If you're still picturing Carolina farming is just, tractors and plows, well, you are in for a huge surprise today. Welcome to this explainer. We're looking at the year 2026 and the genuinely groundbreaking research coming straight out of North Carolina State and South Carolina State universities. They are fundamentally changing how we grow, build, and ultimately sustain our global food supply.
So let's dive right into this wild intersection of agriculture and technology. I mean, ocean sand and artificial intelligence driving the food sector? It sounds totally like science fiction, right? But looking at the research happening across the Carolinas right now in 2026, this is an absolute reality. We're seeing this massive, game-changing pivot toward interdisciplinary solutions, tackling climate-driven agricultural adaptation right on the front lines.
Part 1. The Carolina Agriculture Revolution. Before we get into the really high-tech stuff, we kind of need to understand why these institutions are doing this work in the first place.
So here's the crucial point. These institutions aren't just handing out degrees, they're actively engineering real-world survival strategies for our food supply. Both of these schools share a very specific identity. They are land-grant universities. Basically, that means their core founding mission is absolutely dedicated to practical research and outreach. They exist to gather data and develop tangible, boots-on-the-ground solutions to the challenges facing local communities, the nation, and honestly, the whole world. It's all about a deep commitment to environmental stewardship and keeping the Carolinas' natural resources sustainable.
Moving on to Part 2, Supercharging Crops and Livestock. Let's look at some of NC State's biological innovations, starting from the soil up.
Now, what's really fascinating here is how these specific projects actually help farmers grow more food while shrinking both their costs and their environmental footprint. Take NC State Chancellor's Innovation Fund, for example. They're backing research specifically designed to help farmers pump up yields for crops, like corn, but using way less fertilizer, which is huge. They're also part of an international coalition trying to completely rewrite the rulebook on how farmers manage the nitrogen cycle. And going even deeper than the soil, university faculty are leading the charge in the metabolic engineering of crop plants. They are literally tweaking the plants to boost their natural resistance and overall output.
But hey, it's not just about the plants. Researchers are also getting a microscopic look at the intestinal health of young pigs, figuring out specialized diets to help livestock farmers raise much healthier animals. By studying functional amino acids and pinpointing the absolute ideal proteins for sows, which is essentially finding the perfect nutritional building blocks, NC State researchers are making some seriously distinguished contributions to animal agriculture. They're making sure our livestock are healthier, far more resilient, and raised with maximum efficiency.
Part 3. Saving Our Christmas Trees. Let's shift gears to a beloved North Carolina mountain staple that is actually under serious threat right now.
We're talking about a massive $7.5 million USDA-funded project called a gift seed, and it is doing absolutely vital work for the state's mountain economy. Researchers are combining intense genetic research with long-term field trials to develop Fraser firs that are specifically adapted to our changing climate conditions, not to mention new diseases and pests. They are essentially breeding the Christmas tree of the future. How cool is that?
And this perfectly illustrates how predictive math steps in to protect those trees. Instead of just randomly spraying pesticides and hoping for the best, university researchers developed what they call a predictive degree day model. They literally track temperature accumulations to forecast the exact moment when armored scale insects will hit their most vulnerable life stages. This is a real game changer because it allows growers to apply protective treatments at the exact perfect moment. It saves the trees, saves a ton of money, and saves our natural resources.
To fight these annoying, piercing, sucking insects, researchers are utilizing something called synchrotron micro-CT imaging. Basically, it's an incredibly powerful, ultra-high-resolution 3D X-ray. This level of microscopic visualization is a total first for studying these pests. It gives scientists an unprecedented 3D view of the internal anatomy of the needle of the fir tree. It's like a direct roadmap for breeding trees that can just naturally shrug off pests like the elongate hemlock scale. I mean, it's literally high-tech medicine applied to a pine needle.
All right, Part 4, Building Sustainable Rural Hubs. We're now transitioning from the fields to the actual physical infrastructure, spearheaded by South Carolina State University.
So, SC State engineering students discovered something pretty amazing. They found out that up to 20% of traditional materials used in concrete can be sustainably swapped out with easily accessible ocean sand. Remember our hook at the very beginning of this explainer? Yep, this is where the sand comes in.
Usually, traditional concrete uses materials that are expensive and honestly pretty tough on natural environments when they're harvested. But this new ocean sand substitute, it provides a much cheaper, highly eco-friendly alternative for building and maintaining agricultural facilities. It hits the nail right on the head, addressing both environmental scarcity and cost-effectiveness for South Carolina's infrastructure, all without wrecking local ecosystems.
Speaking of infrastructure, there is a massive $42 million investment funding SC State's brand new Research and Extension Campus in Cayce, South Carolina. It's slated for completion in late 2026, and let me tell you, this isn't just a new building, it is a major strategic expansion.
This 42,000 square foot facility is a powerful collaborative hub designed specifically to revitalize rural economies. It's going to house the Center for Food Safety and Health right alongside operations for the USDA Department of Rural Development. Just that partnership alone is expected to generate 50 to 70 highly specialized full-time research jobs. Plus, it includes a 200-seat conference center, modern media studios, and even residential accommodations for visiting international scientists. It's built to facilitate long-term global collaboration right there in the heart of Lexington County. And the research already flowing out of SC State is incredibly modern. Student-faculty teams are tackling huge, systemic issues by bringing cutting-edge computer science directly into the fight against hunger. They are literally using machine learning algorithms and predictive modeling to address food insecurity, ensuring that resources go exactly where they are needed the most.
Finally, Part 5, From Lab to Farm. Let's see how all this academic groundwork actually builds into commercial applications that land right in the hands of the farmer. University-affiliated startups are out there successfully commercializing this academic research, totally bridging the gap between high-tech laboratories and local farms. For example, you have companies like Rooted in Tech. They're leveraging advanced plant science to deliver optimized indoor growing solutions and ultra-high-quality seedlings straight to the growers. Then there's Verdia Diagnostics, providing real-time crop monitoring. Their tech actually allows farmers to catch and diagnose plant diseases well before they can spread across a farm. It's all about making sure these vital, high-tech tools make it out of the lab and straight into the dirt where they do the most good.
The transition from traditional farming to applied science is happening right now across the Carolinas. So, as you consider the profound real-world impact of these university breakthroughs from NC State and SC State, ask yourself, in 2026, is a farmer merely a tractor driver, or are they a data-driven scientist actively securing our global food supply? Take a moment to think about how this radically evolving definition of agriculture is going to shape the future of exactly what ends up on your plate.